Hello, welcome back to Lady Lovestead Reads. My name is Jessica, and today I wanted to share with you my 2023 plans. So these plans do focus mainly on my BookTube and reading goals, since this is a BookTube channel, and I wanted to keep things manageable for myself this year. I do have a lot going on, as does everybody, so I didn't want to overload myself with goals. And another thing that I find I fall into with goal setting, especially at the new year and doing annual goals, is I typically will set a goal in January, but by June it's no longer relevant because my plans have changed. I've discovered other things that I'd rather do. So I don't find annual goals to be all that practical if I try to set them as SMART goals. So SMART goals are what a lot of employers recommend for goal setting, which is specific, measurable, actionable, time-bound, and realistic. I got the R and T mixed up, but time-bound and realistic. And I find that a SMART goal is better for a quarterly or a monthly goal. It doesn't work well for me as an annual goal. I have to keep my annual goals just a little bit more general and more overall targets that I'd like to hit. And then I also keep flexibility in case my goals change, because a year is a long time and a lot can happen in a year, and I usually end up changing what I want to do by December. So the 5 goals that I have set this year are a little bit more general. They're not SMART goals. And the aim is to try to make my experience here with BookTube and reading as effortless and enjoyable as possible. And it's not that I don't want to put effort into the videos and stuff that I make. I just don't want it to be something that feels like work. So I want to keep it something that is enjoyable, and the more effortless it feels, the more enjoyable it is for me. So the first goal is my Goodreads reading goal target. I've been setting it at 100 for the past 2 years, and that is a manageable goal for me, so I'm going to keep that goal at 100. My second goal is to just overall standardize my content on BookTube to make it more routine, and this is something that y'all can give me some feedback on. So I do plan on posting at least 1 video a week. Ultimately, I would like to post 2 videos a week, but I don't think I'm going to do anything all that creative, which may be a turnoff for some folks, but may not. But I like the idea of standardizing my content so you know what to expect, you know what's coming, you fall into the routine with me. So the standard content that I know I want to do is I'd like to do a vlog every week. I would like to do each month my TBR and my wrap up, and then a Middle Grade Appreciation Society update video. And that would typically leave me with 1 extra video that I don't know what I'd want to do with that. There's some wiggle room in there for maybe a tag or something like that. If there's a specific kind of video that you would like to see from me every month that could fill that spot for the 4th video, let me know, and that would be really helpful. The other thing that you can help me with is letting me know what day of the week you prefer to watch BookTube videos, so that I can make sure I'm posting my videos on the days where you'll actually be able to watch them. So let me know those 2 things down below, what is a standard monthly video you'd like to see from me, and then what days of the week are best for you for viewing BookTube videos. My third goal is to continue to read diversely, and I read pretty diversely last year in 2022, and mainly I focused on diverse authors. So BIPOC authors, authors from the LGBT community, authors with disabilities. And something I'd like to do with my reading diversely goal this year is to broaden out again what that means. reading diversely doesn't have to always just be the author. It could also be the genre. It could be the length of book. So when I looked at my Goodreads stats from 2022, my average book length that I read was 290 pages, which is a pretty short book. I clearly am intimidated by big books, and that means I'm missing out on some really great reads. So part of reading diversely for me is to read more big books to go along with the shorter ones that I typically read. Another part of reading diversely is like trying different manga, trying different graphic novels, trying more poetry. Just diversely in terms of genre, book size, maybe book format, as well as what I started doing and will continue doing this year, which is, the diverse authors from all various types of backgrounds and things like that. So that's the third goal. The fourth goal is to get through 10% of my physical TBR or my owned books. So my ultimate goal with my physical TBR, the books that I own, I would like to have 75% of them read. And right now, I am not there. I'm not even close to being there. Right now, I'm at about 28% read. So I figure if over the next few years, I can increase that by about 10% each year, that would be a realistic way to tackle the TBR. So just for us to get started, what I do, it's actually, it's 28%. So what I do is I break the books up according to the physical books that I have and the ebooks that I have that I actually own. And I look at how many of those on the shelves or in my Kindle that I've actually read and find the percentage. So for the physical books on my bookshelf, I have 496 books. I've read 167 of them. So I've read about 33% of that. And then my Kindle is even worse. So on my Kindle, I have 261 ebooks. I've only read 50 of them. So I've only read about 19% of the books on my Kindle. So for a total that, I get a little flutter in my chest looking at this number. But I own 757 books. And I have read 217 of them. So my rate is about 28% of my actual owned TBR read. And I'd like to bump that up to 38% by the end of the year. Those numbers are always kind of in flux. So as I unhaul books or buy new books, the percentage is just going to keep going like this. But the goal is ultimately that I'm reading more of the books that I actually buy. And then my fifth goal for the year is to find my rhythm with the Middle Grade Appreciation Society. Book clubs take a lot of work to run, and I absolutely love running the Middle Grade Appreciation Society. I fell out of rhythm with it towards the end of the year because of everything that has happened for me at the end of 2022. So for 2023, I don't have anything like huge that I want to do with it. I just want to find my rhythm. Like I want to figure out how frequently to do the live shows in a way that's realistic for me so that I can actually do them instead of planning them and having to cancel. I'm not great at doing live shows. That's like my Achilles heel of BookTube. So yeah, just find my rhythm and find a way that I can be consistent with managing that book club. So those are my 5 goals for 2023 here on BookTube and with my reading. What are your goals? Do we overlap on anything with our reading plans or goals for the year? Let me know down below. If you just want to let me know that you're here, leave me the cheersing champagne flute emoji. And until next time, make sure that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!